and yet come out to face a 60,000 crowd, the bulk of which on the back of that midweek defeat by St Johnstone remained singularly sceptical about the ability and, dare I say it, the commitment of some in the side. Again, it's another kind of judgment day for them. So what's new, you might say? Well, there's something new in that team list. Mark Rieper is back, of course, despite the fact there's a doubt about his fitness. Paul Lambert returns after missing the Rangers game. And the newness is in this bulk here, over 6 feet. Vidar Riseth, the man who's just come from Austrian football for £1.5 million, started his career at Rosenborg. And many Scots might remember his performance against Scotland in Bordeaux for Norway. And many Celtic supporters will hope that, like that other Bordeaux product, he travels well. Hearts stopped the rot on Wednesday, and it couldn't have been more timely, but they come here significantly weakened. Still minus, to my mind, their most influential player, Steve Fulton, joining absentee goalkeeper Gilles Roussy. In his place, young Roddy McKenzie, under 21 cap, product of Hearts' excellent youth system, and out facing the biggest test of his fledgling career. There's the referee, one of a more experienced, Willie Young. No time for memories now for Hearts as they kick off at the scene of the great Scottish Cup triumph. But only the statistical reminder, which I give now, that the club has only won twice in the league at Celtic Park since 1969. Well, that won't exactly scare the pants off Jim Jeffries, who's very calculatedly trying to establish a new era and a new way of thinking. Well, let's just say, as Jim knows, they have a lot to make up. And within 30 seconds, the first free kick. All, I think, a product of the adrenaline that comes pumping out in front of a crowd like this. And a booking almost immediately there. Lee Makel, his name going in the book. As I said about Rieper, there was a doubt about his fitness. Seems to be okay, and there's the young goalkeeper. Well, there's a huge difference between having a youth system and actually blooding them in the big time. That's the difficulty that clubs face, especially young goalkeepers. Well, you couldn't get it tougher than this for him. Tried to play it out wide. His first touch of the ball now, the new man, Vidar Riseth. Actually, he was signed by Luton as a striker as Pressley puts that back, and Riseth coming in to make his first contribution, and if nothing else, he has shown immediately a great appetite for being in the green and white hoops. Hannah, who was part of that excellent Celtic defence in the second half against Rangers, there he is on the ball again, he gives it away. Laid off this time to McCann, the man who scored a couple of goals in midweek. Tries to touch it in there and I think ran out of ideas and conviction. And Hannah, whom I was praising there, and he played excellently against Rangers, right on cue, gives the ball away. There's Hamilton, brilliantly saved. Well, we saw brilliant goalkeeping last week, and it just shows you the high standard in Scotland at the moment, this time from Jonathan Gould. Scooping it away when it looked as if he might have been just that little fraction late. He saw it late, got down brilliantly. Reset. And the referee considers he was doing a little bit of pulling there. Let's see if he did or not. I think we were slightly obscured of that view there, but I did think there might have been a little bit of a tug on the jersey. Jonathan Gould taken out of his hands. Well, Hamilton is very good in the air, and I'm not quite sure why Jonathan Gould is looking very angry at the referee, because Hamilton seemed to me to go for that fairly. Ritchie going in there, beautifully swept away. Now that was always a risky kind of tackle at that stage. And this is quality. I criticised him the last one, but look at this. Superb defending. Penalties are got so easily nowadays for that. Well, Weir was there on his own. Here again, I think rather harassed into that. Now that was that's a most significant moment for Hearts. The way that Ritchie was able to get that ball away. Very dangerous position. First time I think Larsson had really got behind the defender. Adam touches on, and in comes Naysmith, suddenly popping up from nowhere. And Donnelly had trailed him all the way back, but Naysmith did get the touch. And away into the penalty area, breaks Larsson. There's a shot, and it's a brilliant goal by Donnelly. Brilliantly done. He could not have had much of view of the net. It had to be precise, and that laser-like intensity of the shot put Celtic 1 up against the run of the play, and just when Hearts had looked much more threatening. That's the value of a young lad now beginning to establish himself in this game in the most dramatic way. 33 minutes gone. The opening goal, really the real first effort at goal by Celtic. Burley. Here's Brattbakk. He'll try the shot. Well, he did very well, and I think apart from anything else, he'll be delighted to hear the crowd rising to him for that effort. A little bit of a gift that time to Donnelly. Now can he make use of it? Larsson's gone in the open. Weir. Riseth comes in, and it just touch pass. And that Scandinavian burst into the box. The two Norwegians. And the Swede almost linking up here to make it two. Weir was stretched. In came Riseth. And superb clearance eventually by Makel, who's, I think, fitting into this defensive setup very well for Hearts. Stubbs gives it away, good anticipation. Adam trying to chase down for that, and it's not far away. Neatly shoved in his path. It was a very difficult angle. And yet again, the goalkeeper is angry about thus being exposed. Now that was a difficult angle for him. Gould, I think, had it well enough covered as much as he could. I think that put the Frenchman off, apart from anything else. Well, then it is the end of a very unusual first half, with Hearts having had so much territorial possession, created excellent chances for them, 3 significant moments. That early lunge by Hearts, the brilliant save there by Jonathan Gould, really remarkable, inspirational to a certain extent, because Celtic coming back, and had it not been for one of the best tackles I've seen in a long time by Paul Ritchie, it might have allowed Larsson to get through to threaten the goal. But then from a counter-attack, a classic one with Larsson involved, going down, the ball beaten back to Simon Donnelly, who only had the thinnest of apertures to see the goal net, and he found it. That, I think, should inspire Celtic for the second half as they go in leading by 1-0. Simon Donnelly's second league goal of the season separates the two teams at this stage, start of the second half, but I'm quite sure that Dr. Joseph Venglos has emphasized to the Celtic, by the way the Hearts team have played in that first half, that this game is still wide open. Hannah driving that in. By Burley. Burley's had a quiet game so far. Almost made the run forward there though. McCann. Well, Hannah, I think, telling Gary Locke to get up that the tackle wasn't that bad. Donnelly laid it on beautifully. Hannah, excellent run by Hannah, but just behind, and there's a shot by Burley. Well, Riseth was in there looking for the goal as he bent down, but watch the way it goes back to Burley here. There's Riseth's little duck and dive, and then raging shot, not far away. Nicely kept in by Adam. Now Makel. Adam. Pressley. Right at the center of that, Salvatori. Adam looks as if he'll be covered by Mahe. And Mahe coming across did very well. But I think he's got Adam for pace. So McCann to take it. His last corner was a poor one, and I've just taken back there. It's in. It's the equaliser by Hamilton. And really, that Celtic defence should have picked it up because he didn't hit it cleanly enough to start off with. And he was given a second bite at it. And that, as far as defending goes, is indefensible. Watch the way the ball comes across here. He goes first like that with a head. It comes back here. Nobody picks him up. And there you are. That's how you suffer for that negligence. Hearts are back in it, one each. Yes, it won't make pretty viewing for the Celtic defence. Somebody should have been picking him up quickly enough, and he had the enterprise to slot it away like that, and thus he's now scored his 5th goal of the season. Hamilton, good tackling though by Riseth. Coming in from the outside, and the header there by Naysmith. Well, that's twice in a game that he's crept forward like that. Of course, it was a preface to Celtic's counter-attack in the goal in the first half. But this time, as he puts it past, he knows nobody would be coming in behind him. And that must go down as a squandered midfield opportunity. Donnelly to Lambert. Larsson lying very handy there. Followed there by Ritchie, and I think he'll get the free kick for that, Larsson. Certainly the uninspiring form that Celtic have now lapsed into after a fairly frisky start must be worrying the bench. So we've got to try and exploit these. Stubbs is taking the run of a fast bowler to that. Disappointing free kicks for Celtic today. All of them rammed against the defensive wall. Larsson. Good run by Burley. Brilliantly saved. And Larsson comes in, and the young goalkeeper, in really his first test of fire, dampens it all out with this save there. That really mattered, because look at the way the ball was being slid forward there, and Brattbakk would have picked it up. Going through the middle, it could be an awkward one. Well, now, I don't think there were too many options there for Stubbs. And the sheer presence of McCann must be a general annoyance now to Celtic. I think there might have been a double block there. Salvatori in a little verbal joust. As I said, this man Larsson, his breakaway, I thought he was certainly the more menacing figure for Celtic against Rangers, and today with that counter-attack leading to the goal. But since then, there hasn't been the ammunition put forward to him. And there goes the final whistle. You can hear in the background the disgruntlement of the Celtic support, and I think a thoroughly justified result at the end. Celtic won, Hearts won.
You said after the first leg against Mallorca you still thought you could win the tie. Things have improved since then. You must be growing in confidence.
Mallorca got us at the best time. We had a few key players out. We had to set up a certain way. We gave them too much respect the first half. They got a lucky goal. We didn't make a lot of chances, but things weren't happening for the front as they are the last couple of games when we've picked our work rate up and our movement's better. And I think we're definitely not out of it if we can, as I say, especially if we can get the first goal over there and it's back all square, and I'm sure we can give them trouble. We'll certainly be giving it our best shot.
What's the mood like in the dressing room, Craig? Because the guys who are paying their money to come and watch are reading stories every day. Are they to believe them?
Well, of course, the people that come and watch buy the papers and headlines sell the papers, so some of the stories are absolute nonsense and it really is laughable, and I've found that since I've came to Scotland. But no, there's no infighting in the dressing room, there's no disrespect for coaches. It's, as I say, it's absolute nonsense. And the confidence in the dressing room is actually quite good. We just need to get that on the park. The experienced lads in there are geeing everybody up. I've got one or two younger lads, and Mark Burchill come on today, and it's obviously an experience for him. But no, the only way to come through it is work hard. So we're a big club, we've got good players, so there's no hiding place. We've got to get on that park, put in a performance like we did today, but get on the score sheet more often, and I think that basically that's what we're down for. We score more goals, then we win games, but we're just not doing that at the moment.